Jordan. Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan.
Pushing 5 to play in the third. Kobe. Crawford. Hogan. Bring it on, Kobe, baby.
You are now tuned into the chat room. Your favorite baller's favorite podcast.
Welcome to the Chatroom Podcast. I am the Senator. I forgot to shout myself out last time, like I always do. And with me today, I got Dewayne.
What's going on?
I got Coach Francis.
What to do?
Making his second episode in a row. We got Jermaine in the building.
What's happening?
We got
Say Heat Nation. Say Heat Nation, bro. Say it.
Oh, yeah. Get it.
Oh, boy.
We got MJ in the building.
It's not a peace sign.
And making his return, we got SA in the building.
What it do? Yeah.
So, before we jump into anything, I just want to see, how is everyone doing? Are you guys good?
I'm not good.
Feeling great. Feeling good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I think this might be the podcast that I've been waiting for the longest of time. So, like, I don't even really want to do too much talking on the intro. I just want to jump into stuff. But before we even do that, Coach messaged me earlier today and said, yo, before we jump into any topics, send it to me. So,
Yes, sir.
it's time for ISO ball.
ISO. I'm about to
Clear out.
Hey.
On the left elbow?
Hey, MJ. Whenever he does this, it means get out the way, man.
Yeah, get out the way. Get out the way.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Jeez. Y'all can see my screen?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right.
Yeah.
I better?
Jack, tell me, do I even
Yeah, I can hear.
what they're going to put up here?
Flip.
Yeah, I think so.
Flip. Took it to H-Town, didn't they, Kitty? Oh, my God. Come on, 50. Slim Thugger, Jay Prince, H-Town, what up? Yeah, it was the guarantee. Okay, how you feeling there, General Custer? Oh, listen, so my boy Carlos sent me a text.
This is Mark.
Game over. So apparently, Custer didn't win. Apparently. Yeah.
No, at the Battle of Bighorn, no, they were all killed.
You want to guarantee it? Guarantee.
Sound like Sean right now.
Okay, let me do it again. Guarantee. Whoa! Double guarantee.
Double.
Give me another one. Give me another double guarantee. Can you get another sticker somewhere else?
In fact, he guaranteed they would win by 20.
Joseph, how you doing, man?
That's good, man. Raptors are tied in their series.
Yes, sir.
Everything is blessed, man.
You're already laughing for it, man.
It's a very large ring that Sean is wearing. It looks...
this thing right here?
This guy.
Glad you noticed. It's a replica championship ring for those who are listening. And
the Stone Cold look that Francis is giving the screen right now.
Good for y'all, man.
Not impressed, man. Look at all the smiling faces.
All right, today I got SA.
Yes, sir. Raptors in 6.
We'll go to the Lakers fan, MJ.
Yo! You didn't do that. Why you guys do this to the man?
Got SA.
Yes, sir. We the champs.
So with SA,
Raptors in 6.
he's back to this again.
There you go, man.
Yo, before I can even introduce the rest of people, I gotta. For those that don't know, on the Chatroom Pod Instagram page, we had a thing up to say fill out who you think's going to finish in first place, 8th place, who you think's going to win the championship. I see SA's on, and I had to make sure I added it to the story because it said Raptors in 6
for the finals?
Finals MVP. It said Spicy P.
Yeah, for the finals.
I was like, all right.
Like how we won last year.
So early for this.
5.5 gone by the first half. Back in
Oh my God! Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Bro, should we play LeBron not scoring in the fourth or all the mistakes?
This is your king.
I never said Siakam was my king. Don't do that.
So why did they so choppy?
I don't.
No, that's the Raptors game.
Yo, we only lost by how much in Game 7? Was Boston the worst?
We lost by 5, but it's still a loss.
Yeah, it's still, but it's not like we got blown out. Aren't you a Raptors fan? Yo, bro, what, this guy,
Yo, why would I defend that? We lost. What the hell? What do you want me to say?
All right, yo, go back in the bushes and get your Lakers jersey.
Yo, we lost, bro. What the hell?
How did you feel when Kawhi left?
There was like 20
got
shots.
outplayed. That's it.
I was like,
Come on, man.
Spicy.
Force spicy.
By Kimball Walker.
I hate that. This one pissed me off. This play. This is why we lost. He didn't make this block. We win.
Good defense, bro. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh man.
Oh, this poor man.
That's a ball game.
No one's even helping the man.
Oh, these dudes are trending like they won the finals, baby.
All this hatred from two men who claim to rep Toronto, but okay.
What hatred?
Okay.
Wait. Who? Call them out.
All this hatred. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
No. Call them out.
Coach and the man who's talking, MJ. All this hatred for Toronto, and y'all
I don't
claim
hate Toronto. I do not hate Toronto. I hate the Raptors.
The Raptors are Toronto.
Right?
No, they didn't. Yeah. What the fuck? The guarantee. Look at the guarantee, bro.
Beautiful work.
Oh man, yo, that's a great photo too. Guarantee. Oh my God, yo, that's nuts.
I'm so honored.
All right, so we took a quick 4-minute break from the intro to watch something that Coach put up, and for the people that didn't get a chance to see it, I'm gonna explain what it was. So, Coach made sure to go back at all the podcasts that SA was on that guaranteed Raptors in 6. Put highlights of Siakam missing easy buckets, with Chuck guaranteeing, and it ended off with a great picture of SA in Chuck's body. Looking.
You can show that at the end.
We can show this. So I'm gonna show that one. But this episode has been coming for about 3 or 4 weeks now. Mm-hmm. But before we jump into anything, SA, how do you feel about the video that you just watched?
I feel honored to be the subject of that video. First of all, kudos on the job. Great work, you know.
Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the homework assignment. But yeah, no, I'm honored. Yes, I said Raptors in 6 because I believe in my team. I still believe in my team.
Still?
Oh yeah, I still do, bro. I know it's hard for you to understand, MJ, because you don't have a team. But
okay,
stick by them. All right.
But what are you believing in?
Raptors in 9.
First and foremost, I'm believing in Masai Ujiri. I'm believing in Nick.
Oh, you're looking forward to next season.
I'm believing. Well, what else am I gonna look forward to? Our season's done. You know.
Yo, first of all, I just want to say this. Yo, Coach, you're an asshole for what you just said. I don't know if you guys heard it, but the man said he's looking forward to Raptors in 9. Like,
maybe. Maybe.
But hey, listen. If we had 2 of the top 5 players, almost a third. You know what I'm saying? The easiest track, then my Raptors.
So why didn't you pick the Lakers to win it all then?
I'm not gonna pick the Lakers because my team's the Raptors. My team is the Raptors. I'm not gonna pick the Lakers.
So you thought Lakers were gonna win anyway? But
No, I didn't think Lakers were gonna win anyway. But what I was saying was,
so then
Clippers. First of all, I picked Clippers to beat the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. And show of hands, who here did not pick the Clippers to make the Western Conference Finals?
Oh,
I didn't have
anybody? Nobody? Bueller?
I didn't have them.
Okay.
I didn't have them beating the Lakers.
No, but you had them in the Western Conference Finals. Correct.
Sure.
So
everybody did, yeah.
All right, cool. So them doing the blunder that they did, like I'm not the only one who got caught off guard and slipped on a banana on that one. But Raptors did well. Raptors matched up against Boston without.
Hold on.
Wait a second.
Well.
We losing.
Y'all be a deep team.
Hold on. First of all, don't you talk, all right? Like, I'm going to get to you in a second. Don't you talk.
In the finals, baby.
Don't you talk. Don't you talk.
Oh, God.
Okay. But all things considering, yes, Siakam did not do well. No. And I've been hating on Siakam. Where are those clips? I've been calling him Splendid Pete. Siakam didn't do well. He didn't meet expectations. But considering everything, and we were from the beginning, we were matched up with Boston. And for us to lose the finals in Game 7 by a shot, I'll take that over getting blown out. We were down 0-2. We were down 0-2. And everybody already counted us out. But we came back. We rallied back. Right? I mean, that's what we did. So
I think you guys lost by 6.
Coming you know what I mean by a shot. It was that shot that Van Fleet took that would have tied it up, and instead it led to a foul that led to 2 shots. But my thing is that coming from the history of being a Raptors fan, where you pretty much was hopeless. Like you couldn't have that confidence. As much as you tried, they put you on a roller coaster. They drop when they shouldn't drop. They when we lost to Orlando, we lost to, like, I don't even want to go back through that history. But seeing the way they performed in the semis, knowing the history of being a Raptors fan, I have something to look forward to. That it's not like we're falling back into those dark ages. We lost, yes, we did, but we got we got people who counted us out, putting some respect on our name, and I'll take that. Like, at least I'll walk away from these playoffs with something, right? And I'll stand by it because I am a Toronto man through and through, and I Raptors purple's in my blood, right? From when it was Raptors blue with the Husky or the Husky blue. So as a fan, yeah, I take what, just like Jermaine's going to have to do in 2 games, you're going to have to go back and take what you can from these playoffs. Congratulations on making the finals. Sorry it's going to end this way.
Ooh.
And I also feel
my only question is this:
honored to be the Thanos of this group where everybody's coming at me, but I can bear that weight. So come at me, man. Here we go. Where are the shots at?
You've been ducking us, that's why.
I haven't been ducking. Hey. I don't want to get into why, because some of this. All right,
no, we're not going to get into why you didn't make it. We understand.
Right, so for those who are painting this narrative like I'm ducking shots, nah, bro, I'll never duck. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm here right now, knowing this is gonna come, and I'm here right now. I got time today.
Hey, so my question is this: so you said you got a lot to look forward to, right?
Yeah, I got some stuff to look forward to. Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to know what that is though, because Marc Gasol just
out
tired.
Yeah, I'm not upset about that.
Okay, and Fred VanVleet probably gonna leave next year.
Maybe not. Masai's working on that.
Well, I mean, if New York or Philly or Chicago, they all have more money than Raptors do. So if they offer Fred VanVleet, which he's gonna get a big contract. So if they offer him a big contract, then what?
He's gonna stay with Toronto, I guess.
I'm gonna stay. Of course, I'm gonna stay with Toronto. Francis, haven't you been staying with LA for this 10 years?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not.
That's what a fan does.
Hey, I'm not.
Sorry.
I'm not.
They meant meet my loyalty. Yeah.
No,
but I understand what SA is saying, though, right? He's saying he's putting his trust in the GM. So yes, they're going to be moving pieces. Pieces are going to be gone and stuff like that, right? But he's putting his trust in the GM that's already proved that he can build a team. So yes, we might be losing pieces, but that still doesn't take away from the fact that if you have a GM and a GM that's has proven that they've been able to put pieces together, then he's saying that he's going to keep his trust in that GM to, if they lose piece, to replace the pieces, right? Like exactly. one of the big things about Toronto is Toronto has been its probably top 3 in player development when it comes to undrafted rookies and stuff like that, right? So and then
I mean, if you're only looking at the team right now, yes, but prior to that, Raptors have not been good with player development.
But we're looking at right now, right? We know who's in place right now. We know what they go after. We know what they do, right? It's been proven. It's not like it's back with Colangelo days or whatever, right? We're looking.
I understand that.
We're a different thing, but I get the questions. There's a lot of question marks around the Raptors, right? Yeah.
So I'm just saying, he's saying there's a lot to look forward to. I guarantee the Raptors will not be second in the East next year. They're falling off. So what
They
do
might
need
not.
to look
They
for?
might not.
Gonna be-
They're not going to be second.
I don't think they're going to be
But
second.
I
in the
don't.
East,
I don't see them falling out of the playoffs. Like we
No,
had.
they're not falling out of the playoffs, but
There
they're
was
not gonna be fighters.
there was what you call it. There were analysis for people that right now that were saying that Raptors weren't even going to make playoffs this year. Right?
No, I
Raptors
get
finished
that.
second in the East. So I'm saying, yes, we are going to lose pieces. Right? It's a guarantee we're going to lose pieces, and it's not just with Mark. It's overall. Right?
I know,
But what you have to look forward to as a Raptors fan is the fact that you have the same people that are in place right now. Masai, you have Nick Nurse, who's been on the coaching staff for a long time, now the head coach, right? You have to put your trust in them.
That's a random question. So has Masai signed his extension yet?
No, but he's still there for next year, though. He's still there for a year, and we're a lot of people bring up that about the extension, but the extension is from after next year. That still gives him a year to put pieces in place, right?
And that's what. And he already said that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
That's cap space.
If he doesn't sign, cool, right? Like it's a big loss for us, but at the same time, but
there's not a lot to look forward to right now.
But we can look forward to next season, though. We can look forward to next season while he's still there, right? Hopefully he puts pieces in place. Hopefully he has players in place that will be there for a while, and hopefully he signs a contract extension. There's a lot to look forward to. As a Laker fan, you had to live through Jim Buss's running of the organization, right? And at certain times you would be like, man, like, why are these pieces in this place? Why did he go after this? Why didn't he go? Why couldn't he get this person? Why couldn't he whatever? It's an organizational transition at times. Now,
the thing is,
Alonzo Ball era.
Hey,
okay, but
I guarantee you guys will want Lonzo Ball on your team next year. So Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma.
It's not like when LeBron went to the Lakers and then you can say, like, next year we have a lot to look forward to because you know the Lakers are going to make moves. The Raptors can't say that. You guys, a lot of bad can happen next year to the Raptors, if anything. But, I mean, all right.
We'll get off of this, but the last thing I will say is because I will talk to Coach Francis because he's a true Laker fan. As a person that's lived through some of the dark times during the Lakers run when they weren't making the playoffs, right? There was still some pieces in there or some hope that you had for the next season of certain things that might happen.
Yes,
like there was discussions of players coming in from way before and things like that. So as a Raptors fan, yes, you're gonna stick with the hope of maybe it might not be 3 years from now where we probably aren't going to be the same team that we are now. Maybe even in 2. But with the fact that Masai is still there for at least one more year, that gives you hope for that 1 year. Right?
I agree, but the big difference is Lakers always had young talent. Always, even when we were last in the West, we always had young talent, right? Whereas the Raptors, their young talent could be leaving. Like Fred VanVleet could leave, OG Anunoby could leave. So that
he's gone.
Yeah, so, and some people could come. Like
for sure. No, for sure. People could come, but I'm saying the difference because you guys are comparing Lakers.
I'm not comparing them.
We're not comparing them.
All I'm saying is during that time when you had when Jim Buss was running the team, right?
Yep.
There was certain things. There was always, this person's coming to the Lakers. That person's coming to the Lakers, right? And then when those players didn't come to the Lakers, and when you guys had a new regime come in, then people started to attract people.
Lakers have always been but Lakers have always been a free agent destination. Raptors have never been that.
But we're good with drafting. We're good with drafting and like signing undrafted players that have turned into good role players that might have advanced. Siakam was a low draft pick that VanVleet undrafted, Terrence Davis undrafted. We have those. They're good at scouting those players that we might not be able to get a free agent, but we might get a team with a good chemistry that fits the bill that the coach is there. We still have the coach. We still have the GM.
And good
So that's
what
can I
hang your hat on?
Yes.
Good coaching, and a good GM.
No, you're hanging your hat on good coaching, a good GM, and undrafted players.
I'm hanging my hat on good coaching and a good GM
who can make good decisions.
That can make good decisions.
Can I ask how Fanfare feels about this, please?
I mean, to me, it's pretty straightforward. Like,
oh my,
it's straightforward. Like we'll have the mechanisms in place. Hopefully, we'll still have Masai. You got Nick Nurse. I mean, I just want to know, is Masai Ujiri the superstar player for the Toronto Raptors? Listen, it's not like we're not looking at it like that. It's just looking at his decision making. He's got to put these things in place. He's the one that's got to put these pieces in place. He's got to clear the cap room. He's got to do all this stuff. Okay. Masai has made good decisions.
But
you can't knock that. Nobody can knock that.
For sure. But in the next 2 years, what big free agent is out there?
I mean, the one we do know.
Giannis.
I want to know
for sure. That's the one we do.
Giannis is out there, but Giannis is not a free agent until
no. This is not going to be next year. This is going to be for 2022.
Okay, so then I don't understand. Oh, yeah, so
like for me, this is the way I'm approaching next season. Whatever happens, happens. Whether we make the playoffs or don't make the playoffs, it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna put all my hopes and dreams into next season because,
thank you.
To me, we're probably gonna lose a lot more, if anything. That's the way I look.
I still don't see where the difference is from what I said.
He's not, or me simply saying I have stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, I wasn't the one that said that. I was just kind of just like.
The problem is these two Toronto mans who don't represent Toronto are trying to wonder why we're being fans after winning a championship and then losing in the semis, and everybody's like, "Well, why are you guys still fans? Why are you having hopes and dreams in the future of the franchise? How dare you?"
Nothing. You guys just have to accept the fact that the Toronto Raptors are not contenders anymore.
To me, I just choose to be realistic.
Give them two top fives and they think they run. Oh my god.
I just choose to look at it from a realistic standpoint. Like the Raptors are probably going to be maybe what next year, 5th,
Kareem,
6th.
Magic.
So like that's the way I look at it.
Been that way. Shaq and Kobe, Kareem, Magic, AD.
Yeah, that's the only reason why you guys are relevant. Yeah, we won it without having that. And y'all, it's making mad.
And you have two.
Against who? Who'd you guys
get
last year?
Who are you guys playing against this year?
How many superstars did you beat last year?
Playing against injuries.
What? Curry's not a super. Wait, first of all, Lakers don't talk about
no Curry.
Who here's team?
Curry.
And I'm talking about those who actually have a team. Has not won. Have never had injuries of their opponent. Who here has won without their opponent never having?
We play Boston.
You guys are like. All right, Toronto, man.
We beat Orlando.
Listen,
we won by accident, and then you guys accidentally came to our victory parade.
Yo, Sean, listen. I'm gonna tell you this. As another Raptors fan, at some point, we truly have to get past that one ring we got. We really do, because we can't keep going back to that every time for our future. We can't say we got a ring. We can't use that anymore going to the future. We have to start looking to the future now. And it's pretty much, next year is not a year where you can say, oh, the Raptors are going to be the 2nd seed, 3rd seed. We're probably not going to be in the mix. So we have to start being realistic about all this. We really have to. We can't keep saying they won a ring last year. We can't really keep going to that anymore. We have to start being realistic about it.
Listen,
He's going to say Raptors is 6.
Hold on. Wait. 1 second.
Oh, no.
Right now, what's being called into question is my belief in my team. Okay? That's what's being called into question. We are a 25-year team that nobody had respect for. Not a single person. Okay? And we came from being the Canadian team that nobody gave a shot to being a championship team. No one can take that away from me. No one can take that away from us. No one can take that away from the city, right? The city that you guys claim to represent, right? When I go back to our championship, to me, that is the launching platform. We're not going back and regressing back because we went through the European era. Do not get me started. So excuse me for being happy that my team finally won a championship. Excuse me that we made it pretty far. We made to semis, and we didn't go out like a bunch of bitches. We went out swinging. We went out fighting. We went out when every single person counted us out. You guys don't have Kawhi anymore. What are you gonna do now? Right? The very Lakers. How many times we beat the Lakers? And yes, there were season games, but we're 2-0 against y'all, right? But all I'm saying is, no, I'm not gonna apologize for being proud of my city bringing a championship where people thought it never belonged or would never see. No, I'm not going to give up the fact that my team has hope. My team has heart, that our culture is way better. No, I'm not going to doubt Masai. Okay, and I'm not going to doubt that Nick Nurse. I'm going to believe in my team. I'm going to believe in my city. I'm going to believe in the culture. And I'll see y'all next season.
No, you won't.
Listen,
won't.
I give Sean this. He sticks to his convictions. I give him that.
Loyalty 10.
I'll give him that. Even though he knows the truth deep down, I'll give him that. That's fine.
That's fine. We can even reveal your Lakers.
Oh, that's fine. We can.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Loyalty 5.
I think at this point right now we should, because we do have a Heat fan in the building. So we do need to discuss. We do need to discuss this year's finals and not about last year's finals and the past history of the Raptors. So, Jermaine, I'm gonna go to you first. How are you feeling about this whole NBA finals right now?
Right now, injuries are taking a big part. The Lakers are still the favorite to win no matter what, but I do believe in my team. Today, we'll figure out what they're going to be doing. They got to execute. That's it, man. Last game, we had we had a run where AD was on the court and they kept missing threes because of our zone, right? And we weren't executing. And our defense is horrible on top of that. So the zone right now, Bron figured out the zone, but we got to execute on the O right now. So overall, I mean, I still believe that we'll win tonight's game, but if we keep playing like how we play like in game 1 and 2, it's not going to happen.
All right, so how much is Miami winning by?
Well, we got to outscore man to win the game.
If there's any game y'all can win, it's tonight.
Yeah, it's a must win tonight.
It's a must win. It's a must win tonight.
Like, there's no
you go down 3-0, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right, I have another question along the lines of that. Right? Which injury do you guys think has hurt the Heat the most? Do you think it's the Dragic or Bam?
Goran
Dragic.
Yeah. We're 20 points.
He's the leading scorer. He's the leading scorer.
The Dragon. Yeah.
And he helps spread the floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And not only that, he keeps attacking. He doesn't stop. He keeps going.
And
he on the defense.
On transition, yeah.
He's like your only point guard. So he gets guys into sets. He gets guys into the right spot. So it's tough. Like there's no answer for Bron or AD. So it's easy to say, oh, Bam would be there. He'll match up with AD. AD will still put 30 and 15 on him.
Easy.
But, so the answer is Goran, because he's what you guys are missing. Because like putting the ball in Jimmy's hand is good. Like fourth quarter is good.
He had 13 assists.
I'm saying like but like that's not what you want from Jimmy. You want Jimmy to be
you want him to be a scorer. That's
your scorer and your defender. Asking him to be your scorer, your defender, and get guys shots.
That's tough.
That's not where he wants to be at this point of his career.
Yeah.
So and then like that's why you've seen Nunn get a lot of playing time.
Yeah,
right.
But he's still struggling. He's still struggling too.
David and MJ, you know what? I seen something in last game. I believe that we play athletic players. We'll do a little better against you guys. So when Dunn was in the game, he's in the game. Speed, agility, it was working for us at one point, and then we went back.
Your best lineup is when you guys put Kelly in the game.
Yeah,
at the 5. You had Kelly. You had Jay. You had Jimmy Butler. You had Kelly, Jay, Jimmy Butler, and you had the two shooters. The two shooters.
Duncan and
Duncan
Tyler?
and Hero. Yeah, that was their best lineup because from there, like you can't help on anybody. That's why Kelly had like 21 points, whatever, because he could spread the court. And then Duncan and Kelly, they can spread the court. And then Jimmy, he gets to his spots. Like that's their best lineup offensively. The problem is that defensively, they
Too
struggle
small.
defensively because AD or Dwight, they throw Kelly like he's a rag doll.
Yeah.
And then whenever you put Duncan and Tyler at the top of the two three,
Liability on the perimeter.
Braun, AD, Rondo, those guys just go downhill into the middle of the defense and find guys.
Yeah.
Right. So it's tough. Like I was saying, like if I was coaching them, I would try to, because like what they did against Boston, where they went like the two.
Not gonna work, man.
No. But what I'm saying was that like their goal should be to shorten the game up for the Lakers. So them sitting back in the zone is not going to do anything because you got three smart players and athletic guys on the other side. So what they should be doing, in my opinion, is they should be like what they did with Boston. They had the 2-2-1 full court trap, and it's not going to in that defense. You're not looking to get steals. You're not looking to put pressure on anybody. What you're looking to do is just slow the game down, and then when Lakers crossed half court, they got 10 seconds to shoot the ball. Now you're going to put guys like Braun against a set defense, and what's Braun going to most likely to do? Dribble, shoot the three, and that's what you can live with. But when you try to go half court defense and you're giving Rondo the open court, like Rondo is picking you guys apart.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Rondo and Braun, they're the best passers on the court. They're the best minds on the court. They're coaches on the court. So all they're doing, there's one play where Braun was sealing off Kendrick Nunn on the weak side, and then he gave Rondo a look. Rondo dribbled over. He threw it into Braun because he had Nunn sealed, and then he threw it up to AD. They're playing chess, but everyone else is playing freaking Monopoly.
Yeah.
So it's just their IQ. Like you can't play a zone against smart teams.
That's what I was telling you, bro. Braun's IQ, like he's different, man. Him and Rondo, crazy to me how like people hate on this guy, man. I don't get it, bro.
No, like it's crazy. Like Rondo and Dwight, they're like even Dwight, fuck Dwight. I've always said that.
Take it easy.
I was waiting for that.
God damn.
Wow. I've always said that, especially since he came to Lakers and he just acted like a bitch the first time. But he's not you watch him play. He's physical and he's smart. Like he knows where to crash, how to crash. He's a smart player. You know what I mean? So like Lakers have everything going for them, and like if Miami has any chance, their chance is to shorten the game up. Like just like in football, how time of possession, you know, like how you try to like how Baltimore always does, how they run, like how they run the ball. They have like big 7-minute drives and just kills those guys. You know, that's the same thing how Miami should be doing. They should be trying to slow the game down and just making it like hopefully they shoot the ball really well and they prevent Lakers from getting downhill. That's the only chance they have, in my opinion.
I don't know. I think Game 2 was Miami's best chance to win, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree, man.
I agree.
They had new guys playing. Like Lakers didn't know how to adjust and stuff. Lakers are gonna make the adjustments this game. KCP and Danny Green shot like 3 for 19 combined for threes. So like,
but the first game,
I don't know if that's gonna happen again.
First game they were fucking lights out. The first game though.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So if they're shooting that bad, that's two starters shooting that bad. I think that was Miami's best chance. Kelly Olynyk had a good game. Like I don't know. I think the Lakers are going to make the right adjustments, and it might be I have Lakers winning this game for sure.
Yeah.
Well, for us to win, man, we got to execute, man. We got to outscore you guys, which is like a hard task, but we have to.
Dwayne, I say, what do you guys feel about it so far?
We could skip them. We could skip them.
Nah. All right.
Next question. Next question.
Come on, man.
Skip the Raptors and 6.
Play it up, yeah.
Hey, that wasn't them. That wasn't me. I didn't say that. I did not say that, guy.
Oh my goodness.
Right, I don't want to leave my boy out to dry, but I did not say that.
If that's the case,
you definitely hung me out to dry, bro.
If that's the case,
whatsoever.
How do you feel about the final so far?
I'm interested to see how Eric Spoelstra takes what he learned in Game 2 and then inserting Bam back into the mix, and then kind of see how he adjusts that way. Heat's backup is against the wall, but they're a dog, you know. And what happens when you put a dog in the corner? You know, they're gonna come out some way somehow. So I wanna say that I'm believing that this will be the game that he kind of turns the tides a bit, even without Dragic. I think I think Spoelstra and Riley might have something. And I think I'm interested to just see how Bam now changes things without Dragic. So, but I'm gonna back up Jermaine in my belief that he has this one. This is the must win. If they're down here, then it's a wrap.
For sure.
I appreciate it.
This is the game. This is definitely the game where this is their game 7. You know, for sure. Like because they know if they lose this game,
they're gonna throw in the towel, basically.
Yeah. So
never. Not part of the culture.
Yeah, 3-0. I mean, yeah, that's it.
All right, so let's get to the next thing. So Doc Rivers out in the Clippers, but is right 3 days after. Not even 3 days. Was it 3 days?
It's like a day.
It was like a day. Yeah, it was like 24 hours later.
Day after.
It was like
ended
2
up
days. Yeah.
ended up in Philly. So I got 2 questions for the panel. One is, how do you feel that Doc is going to do in Philly? And 2 is, who do you think is going to take over for the Clippers?
Doc in Philly, I like it. I didn't like Coach Brown at all for Philly. Like Joel Embiid was just taking too many 3-point shots for such a skilled big man that he is. So like I think Doc is gonna have him playing a lot of old school. They used to compare this guy to Hakeem Olajuwon when he came into the NBA. So like he has the footwork,
the ability.
He can bang with those guys. He just his conditioning is has always been bad. But I think Doc is gonna have him in the post a lot. And I don't know if Ben Simmons is gonna work on a shot, but we'll see. But Doc will know how to use him for sure.
I think
so
Doc will force.
I see good things happening with Philly in the future.
Yeah, that's a really good spot for them for Doc. But the only thing that I'm kind of concerned with is that Doc is a okay coach, but where is his record and track record for winning? You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like to me, he's just a name at this point. It's just Doc Rivers. That's it. There's nothing behind that.
His one good year, he had three Hall of Famers already and 1 future Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? So Rondo. He had Rondo. Yeah. So he had four players. And granted, like they did beat my Lakers and they did come back from like 24 points, but like
they also had Tony Allen. Don't forget about him.
Oh yeah, I mean like they had players, they had veteran leadership, they had guys that bought in because not the end of the road, but Rondo didn't know better. He's a young guy, and you got everyone else is just old guys who've been around the block and want to get a ring. So they had a lot of buy-in and a lot of selling points for that roster. But you look before, like he didn't do well with Orlando. Before KG and Ray and those guys got there, they were calling for Doc Rivers to be fired.
Yeah, no, he didn't do well with Paul Pierce.
I mean, so and then even like look at like the whole Clippers when he got there with all that talent with Blake, DeAndre, Chris Paul, all that talent, and you guys lose
second round.
Yeah, second round. Yeah, but before that, they lost to Houston, up 3-1, and you let Josh Smith and fucking Corey Brewer kill you, and then come back with 3-1 to beat you. Like it's just like to me. Like I'm sure, like he's a great motivator. He's a great person to look up to and kind of get you going. But like I don't know if I can rely on his coaching to kind of lead 2 hard-headed guys like Ben and Joel Embiid. Like I'm not sure if that's the right fit for him. But it's better than being in the Clippers because Clippers, like at some point as a coach, like your team kind of tunes you out. You know, like everybody reaches that point. Like every like you look at like 2-3 years ago when Steve Kerr was having like Draymond Green and those guys like draw the plays up on timeouts and stuff because because it gets to a point where they tune you out, right? And that's what happened in Clippers. But I don't know if like I'm not sure it's gonna work out well for him in Philly. I hope so because they got talent.
I mean, Tobias Harris. When he was on the Clippers, he played really well under Doc Rivers as well. He had a terrible year last year, so maybe he'll pick his game back up as well. So we'll see. He has the pieces to do well. I'm not saying they're going to win a championship, but
they got talent there. Like and then like I'm sure they can pick up like rookie guys and like
they need a couple more shooters though.
Shooters, yeah. But the crazy they had all the shooters.
They got rid of
JJ,
got rid of
and they got
all
rid of shooters. They had
Yeah.
JJ. They had fucking that dude on Clippers. What's his name, man? The guy who Shamit. They had all those guys. Yeah, they had all these shooters in their team, and they let them go. And now what are they begging for? Shooters. Like I don't understand. Like and like all of that kind of falls down to like Elton Brand. You know, like since he's been there, he's made some very questionable moves. Like why would you why would you let go of JJ Redick?
JJ made a comment about that too.
On his podcast.
On all the smoke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he said Philly fucked up by not bringing him back.
Yeah, bro. Like why wouldn't you? He's a shooter. Like I don't understand. Like
they still would have lost to Boston because no Ben.
No, for sure. No, for sure.
He should have still locked him in for the future for sure.
Yeah, man. Someone like I don't know. Like and then now the thing like I wouldn't feel a way about it if it was like okay now they're like if it's like okay they're not looking for shooters, they're looking for like athletic guys and they're trying to change the culture that way. But the fact that they had shooters, got rid of them, and now they're saying, "Oh, we need shooters now." Now it's like you guys don't have no direction. Like you guys do.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Jermaine, how do you feel about it?
I think we have to start looking at the players now, man. Like I believe, like it's easier to blame the coaches on everything, right? But at the end of the day, man, the players on the court is on the court. When Doc had Chris Paul's a player coach, you know. He's part of the mistakes as well, you know. So I think Doc will bring his experience to the core to the team, and hopefully they just follow along. He got championship pedigree as well, you know. So I can't sit here and be like
I think it'll be interesting to see
because he is a big name.
How he brings in terms of what's lacking, and that's discipline, right? Simmons or Embiid, you know, he doesn't have that discipline with you can tell with his conditioning, with how he kind of comes in and out skill wise. Like I think if Doc can whip him into shape and kind of get him to focus on his conditioning so he can survive games and not have to take so many games off and not get so prone to injury. I also think if he can get Simmons to not have an amazing shot, but just to shoot, you know what I'm saying? To shoot. If you're going to use him as a point guard, he needs a shot. You know what I'm saying? At least he needs to attempt shooting, right? So, yeah. So I think it depends on how, because I agree with Jermaine that it's the players at this point right now. Like they have two all-stars who are lacking a major part of their game, and if Doc Rivers can get them to at least start developing that part, we could be having a different conversation.
Yo, also, you know what? I believe Ben Simmons at the 4 will do a lot of damage just because he can pass, you know? Take a little pressure off of him. And a lot of power forwards can't pass a rock like him, bro.
Yeah. Ben Simmons at the 4 would be a lot better.
What do you think they got to do with Al Horford?
Oh, get rid of his ass, man.
That was a dumb like
come on.
Like he's good for the culture. Don't get me wrong, he's good for the culture. Like he's a locker room guy, but that was a dumb sign, man. Dumb sign.
Yeah.
I think what will happen is Horford is going to move to the bench. I
got to trade him.
I don't think anyone's going to take that contract. That's a big contract for an older guy, right? So what I would do if I was the coach, I'd have Al Horford as kind of like the second unit leader, and then because if you put him with some young guys, then he can kind of play like that on-court coach that you need. But I don't see him being a starter. I think for Doc, I don't know if just Doc will make an impact on the team. I have to see who he brings on as his assistant coaches. I think that's where it's really going to play a part, because I look at, and to answer the second question, and I'll throw it to everybody else, I look at the Clippers, and I think Ty Lue is going to be their next head coach. And I think it's going to be one of those things where for Philly, it's going to be kind of the same thing like the Clippers or even the Raptors when Dwayne Casey was there. It's literally going to be that assistant coach is going to be in place to take over for Doc if he doesn't meet
Well,
expectations, right?
They got him for 5 years. 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. He ain't going anywhere.
5 years. There's coaches that sign 5-year deals that are out in 2. Like if an organization does not feel like it's going the way that they want to, they will eat that. They will eat that money, right? So,
but I think
I'm not saying that he's going to be out in 2, but I'm saying it'll be something where he has a decent assistant coaching staff. I need to see who his assistant coaching staff is, right? Like if I was him, I'd even try bringing up some of the college coaches, right, that were looking for an NBA head spot. Like I would look at like a Jerry Stackhouse too, right? Like a person that's been a head coach for the G League and has shown player development, right? Like that type of stuff. Like I bring in another voice because Doc's voice isn't going to be the voice that the players are going to listen to. Because if you guys are having the thought process right now that people get tired of the coach's voice, you need your assistant coaches to have a voice and have the same or at least the same amount of respect that they do for the head coach. You know what I mean? Like you need them to be able to connect with the players. So I don't know if I think Doc will do decent. I don't know if he'll meet expectations because Embiid needs to stay healthy. Ben needs to shoot. The players I don't mean like shoot. I'm not saying a 3-pointer. Like I'm just saying shoot like
just
the midi,
any type of jump
like
shot.
even a midi, right, to kind of help him spread the floor. Because right now, if you look at how teams play them, they slack off of him, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
And they wait, and the only time that they're really concerned with him scoring is if he's driving, right? So it's the same problem that Giannis has. It's the same problem that Ben Simmons has, and that Braun had. Like they had to develop this, but you need a voice and you need the respect of at least one or two of your coaches, whether it's assistant or the head coach, to really pound that into your head if you're ignorant, like because you're so used to what got you to the dance that you just think it's going to be the thing that carries you to the championship, and it's proving that it's not, right? So here's this. I'm gonna throw it to you guys. Who do you guys think is going to be the next head coach for the Clippers?
Yeah, I think it'll be Tyronn Lue. I really do. I mean, think when he was on Cleveland, he had to deal with Kyrie, and at that time, Kyrie and LeBron, those two egos. But even when he was dealing with that, he was still able to have them as like top 5 for offensive percentage from 2015 to 2018 in the entire NBA. So he was still able. That team was still able to be really a good team, even when we was dealing with those guys butting heads. So I mean, I think he'd be a perfect fit for a type of LA team. They might be averaging 114 points a game if he goes in that team. So they'll be a highly offensive team, and I think those guys will listen to him. I think he'll have the ears of the players.
Do you guys think that whoever the coach is, that they need to stop this whole like Kawhi resting and PG resting? They need
to, but I don't think Kawhi's body can give you 82 games.
82 games
at this point, no.
And the thing is, we haven't seen it.
Yeah, how many games did he actually play last year though? Because like
it was a short season, so
it was a short season.
Like, I don't know, man. I think something needs to change there for sure, because they were moving like they were the defending champs and like get us to the playoffs. So we'll take it from there type of thing, right? I think and now that they got embarrassed the way they did, I think that has
we have to reevaluate that. Yeah, you're right. They might have to reevaluate.
It's gonna have to.
He played 57 games last year.
Okay.
57.
Another thing to note, because while yes, Lou had to deal with LeBron and Kyrie, at the end of the day, LeBron's a leader. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I wouldn't put Kawhi on that same level of leadership as I would LeBron. So
he's a assassin.
But like LeBron was like LeBron would coach the floor. LeBron's a floor manager, right? Sure, would you say Kawhi is a floor manager?
No, Kawhi is just
general.
Like,
no, hell no.
So
Kawhi is like assassin. He's like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's Ezio. So, so that might prove different of a challenge to Lou versus what he had to deal with in Cleveland. So I still think he's gonna end up being the Clippers coach. I think it's a bit more of a bit different dynamic he'd have to deal with in LA versus in Cleveland.
If anything, it gives Tyrone more leeway, doesn't it? Like you pretty much tell Kawhi, go do what you need to do. But just point him to the direction of who to kill and let him kill. So I think that gives him more leeway to kind of do what he wants to do, if anything.
He kind of did that with Bron and Kyrie, so I mean it did work.
Yeah.
I think that him being the head coach, if he is the next head coach for the Clippers, I think that'd be a big good thing for them. If I was them, I would try my hardest to keep Sam Cassell on as an assistant coach. Don't lose that guy, right? Because then you're looking at two kind of former point guards that can kind of direct Kawhi a little bit better than if it was like another coach, like a big coach coming in, right? Because then they can see the game in a different perspective than like Kawhi was good with Raptors because like Lowry was the on-floor coach.
Yeah, he was the leader.
Right? He was the leader. Kawhi was the assassin, like you guys say, and then Kyle was I'm the floor general and put you in places, right? And that's what they were missing. To me, that's what showed they were missing on the Clippers. And what sucks too is because they traded away so many picks to get Paul George. I don't think they will have the salary cap to sign a point guard that could be the floor general. So you need your coaches to really be the floor generals, even though they're not on the floor. You know what I mean? Like they have to call all the plays. So
they have to. Yeah.
I personally think Sam Cassell is going to be the next coach though, because he's been with the Clippers for
longer.
He's been there longer. So I don't just see Ty Lue just jumping ahead of him because he has a championship. But it could happen. You never know. Oh, it's Steve Ballmer. Who knows what that guy really wants to do, right? He fired Doc. Like he fired Doc. That guy, he does whatever he wants. So
yeah.
Everybody was saying to run it back. The same team, everything, run it back and see what happens. And we saw Doc get fired the day after. Like
I heard that Steve Ballmer like was basically saying that like, well, he asked the leaders like if they want him to like go with Doc or stay with Doc, and they're basically saying bring Doc back. So he's definitely mind of his own for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Kawhi did give like a veiled shot to Doc in like the press.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
IQ, the IQ thing or whatever.
Yeah. But he pretty much made like plays should have been called that weren't, in those moments. So maybe Kawhi was a voice on the opposite end of that. It's all speculation, but
yeah. From what we hear is Kawhi didn't kind of stick up for him. He didn't really say anything. So when you're silent, that speaks volumes.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Man, all I will say is Paul George just finds a way to ruin Doc Rivers' life every time he gets, man.
It's so true. He's the common denominator.
It's the craziest thing. When you look at his history with Doc, it's just not a good one. You guys brought up Kyrie earlier. So let's get to this. So Kyrie says that KD is the most clutch player that he'll get to play with.
Yo.
Well, his exact words is that he can look down the court and that motherfucker can hit the shot too. So, but then he came back and said that he wasn't taking any shots at anybody. So, I don't know.
Right.
That's like one of those ones where you're like, no disrespect, and then the next statements are all disrespect.
Yeah, it's just disrespect.
Yeah. All right. So, how do you guys feel about that comment? And is he right?
He's absolutely wrong. The numbers speak for itself. LeBron has been the most clutch player he's ever played with. Look his numbers up compared to KD's as well. I don't give a fuck how cute you look shooting a jumper. Numbers don't lie, man.
All right.
Hold on. And And there's always like a narrative when it comes to Bron too, when it comes to being clutch, not clutch, you know? So I think that's like one of the biggest lie to his careers because he's been showing out. And then once again, when you look at his numbers, it's all there.
I get that.
I mean,
all there.
I mean, yes and no. I mean,
a
lot of it. to me, a lot of it is always like situationally. Like, Bron makes a good read, always makes a good read, but there are a lot of times where he shies away from the big moment.
Facts.
And like what I mean by that is like Game 7 or like a big game. Like this is the first time where I've seen Bron in a long time guard people in the last 3 minutes of the game.
The best players, yeah.
Yeah, take that ownership. Like this is the first time in a long time where I've seen Bron want to get to the rim and get to the foul line and that kind of stuff. And like I haven't seen that in a long time. And he does that. To me, before he would do that like in regular season games or first round series, but like I haven't seen Bron do that in big moments. Mind you, he's highly efficient, so his numbers are gonna tell you one thing all the time because he's 55% or wherever. He's highly efficient, right? So like he's not taking bad shots in the court. Like he's not like Kobe who's taking shots over 5 guys, 6 guys in the court. You know, the ref included. Like he's not like that. But the one thing with him and the difference with him and Kobe is that I felt that Kobe wanted that pressure on him, and I don't think that Bron wanted that earlier. Like now I can see like he's fine getting to the rim and getting to the free throw line at the end of the game. So like he's to me he's converted into that kind of player, and I think it's been kind of a testament to him playing in like the Lakers uniform.
Yeah.
You know, like kind of like adapting that like Kobe Mamba mentality kind of stuff, you know. And like I think like you're seeing that kind of pay dividends in this playoff run because, as I said earlier, like he kind of took on that challenge to guard Jamal Murray. Even before that in the bubble when they went up against Clippers, like he guarded Kawhi. PG, who like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He guarded those 2 guys back-to-back possessions on the same possession, switching off of PG going out to Kawhi, getting a stop. Like so, like yeah, I don't know.
My thing is if I'm in the fourth quarter and we're down by a shot and there's like 5 seconds left on the clock, who are you most likely going to give the ball to, KD or LeBron? I do think Kyrie misspoke a bit by saying for the first time, and I think part of that is just kind of jealousy. This is who he's gonna. I want to say that to a certain extent. I think most of it is like he's on KD's podcast. He's about to go take on a season with KD with all this stuff on the line.
Yeah.
This is more for building that morale between them and that brotherhood. And KD's coming off of injury. It could be just trying to keep boosting KD's confidence as much as possible.
I get that, yeah.
Right. And if it's at the risk of some rumor mills, then who cares, right? Yeah. But if I'm being honestly speaking and analyzing, okay, LeBron versus KD, in terms of like killer instinct, in terms of always guarantee the person's going to want to take the shot versus giving it up or versus like shying away from that moment. KD's he's cold-blooded. KD doesn't care. LeBron cares.
You want to hold on. Okay, I finished on. Sorry.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is, and I've always said about LeBron, because LeBron feels like he should, but he's not. Like Kobe, you know, okay, he's gonna do it. MJ, you know, he's gonna do it. LeBron, you don't know, okay, is today he's gonna do it, or is he gonna shy away from it because his free throws are down, or because it might result in in the last 2 free throws of the finals. You know, I would be more secure in giving that shot to KD than LeBron. That's what I'm talking about in that moment. I know history and numbers say one thing, but if we're really talking about killer instinct, bloodthirst, ice, water in your veins, no matter what, you know, and it's going to take it no matter what's on the line, who's more likely to take that shot and make it? That's the question I kind of used to analyze this whole thing. But I don't think it was like And LeBron's subliminal shot back. Come on, man. Like, just ignore this. You're in the finals, man. Why are you even spending mental energy on this? Just keep it moving.
Yo, he's been quiet for 17 years, man.
Yeah, bro. No. But there's that, and it's also like he hasn't made any real comments regarding Kyrie in a while, you know. So like, I just felt that like he's in the bubble. Like, if there's any time to respond to it, it'll be this time because like you got so much off time. Yeah, you know. Yeah, but there, you got you got so much downtime where you're just there in your room. Like Bron put it on IG the other day that he's freaking playing Madden and sipping wine.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? So like,
and reading the first page of a new book.
Yeah, like he has so much downtime. So like, if any time I'm like, you know what, players would definitely be on their phones and looking and like capping back and all that stuff. This will be the time where like I can look at it and say, okay, it makes sense now. For sure, it makes sense. I'm just kind of finding it funny that he didn't mention anything about Ronnie.
Ronnie,
he's gonna wait till he gets home. He's waiting till he gets home.
2 games away. He's
2 games away from
right now.
Away from Miami.
No, I just didn't like that Kyrie said what he said. Whatever with what Sean said, like he's gassing up KD, whatever he has to do, right? As a good teammate, they're going to be playing together or whatever, going to war. But just own what you said. Like he said that, and then now he's like, then he dropped the video after saying that like, oh, I wasn't trying to diss anybody. I wasn't trying to call anybody out. If I did, I would have said their names. Like that type of shit bothers me. Just own it. If you're gonna talk shit, just own it, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, I'm gonna agree with MJ because it's funny how much Kyrie talks down on media and talks about how they do this, they do that, they blow out of proportion.
Yeah,
and he does give them his time right after saying, "Don't waste your time with him." So yeah, I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with these guys on that. I mean, Kyrie, if you're gonna say that now, it's about okay, you got to live by what you just said. I mean, because deep down, you know the truth. You know LeBron in every aspect of the game. You were playing with a better player,
and you know the Earth is flat. At this point of the podcast, we reached the part where we get to promote anything we're working on and our social media. So, Essay, I'm gonna start with you.
All right, so I got my podcast with Joseph, aka Baritone Levy, at Talks with the Chatterbox. You can check us out on our Instagram at Chattertalks.
Yep.
That's it. We drop episodes on Thursdays.
And don't forget to follow him at Pro Chatterbox.
MJ's gonna like the last episode. I actually praised LeBron a bit.
MJ's not going to listen to your podcast. I'm
definitely going to listen to it.
Man's going to be like, yo, you come on the chat room to talk smack, and then you praise him on your own. Eh?
I talk plenty of smack about him too.
Crazy. At 21 Drip on Instagram, and you can also follow at Drippy Supply. Raptors in 6.
Yo, can I get that on a Drippy Supply map?
Wow.
Jermaine.
Oh my goodness.
At Mayor, M-A-I-R.
Welcome back.
Yeah, the ban's been lifted.
Yeah, bro, that's it,
man. Coach?
Real Deal _Francis. Yeah, same old stuff, man. In the gym with Sate. Watching my Ravens up by 14 right now. So
don't do that. We're not talking about NFL right now.
Dwayne?
You can follow my Twitter, Casshern10, CASSHERN10, and Instagram, Chaz_Tannenbaum, TENENBAUM.
Dope. And you can follow me at The Senator. Don't forget to check out the Not So Soft podcast. It drops every Friday. And also don't forget to check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/SL_ENT, where I'll be live streaming DJing. I'm slowly getting back into DJing. So that's Sundays, 8 to midnight Mountain Time, 10 to 2 Eastern Time. So check it out. Live with a bunch of Calgary DJs. Don't forget to follow the Chatroom Podcast Instagram page at the.chatroompod, and make sure to give us your takes. Tell us how you like it, and rate, subscribe, and share this podcast to your people. This has been the Chatroom Podcast, your favorite baller's favorite podcast, and we are out.
Peace.
Don't know.
Raptors in 6.